Roxo Media House.
It came from right here.
Yeah, came from up here. All the lyrics came from up here.
It's just like, what is it under? Is it on my face in the camera? Team on me, team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Team.
Woo!
I have the mic.
That one's gonna be in like the intro. Like he knows
That's
me.
a good intro.
Okay. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to My Turn, Voices of Student Athletes. We are joined today with Stephanie. What's your last name?
Grundsøe?
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 Got that one.
Yeah.
We are joined today by Stephanie, who is on the rifle team, and she is our first female athlete that we have on the show. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm excited to be here.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to start today with an icebreaker question. Couple, actually. So first one is, let me pull it up real quick. Sorry, guys. All right. Would you rather relive the past or see the future?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. I mean, at first I thought I'd rather see the future because it's always so exciting. But what would be the fun in that, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather just wait and see.
Oh.
Wait and see.
I have the same
So
philosophy.
you'd relive the past.
See, again, I'm like, I don't really know. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, you know, I've had good stuff and bad stuff, and I kind of like my past as it is. So just kind of leave it in the
Yeah.
past.
I think we in our meeting room, in our team room, we watch a lot of motivational videos, and they said, no, actually our teammate said this. No, he didn't. I'm sorry. But whatever is in the future for you is bound to happen, you know, so you can't really change it. So I would probably choose the past too, like relive the past. But all right, the next one. What is your pet peeve?
Mine is crumbs in bed.
Crumbs in bed.
Oh,
Crumbs
those
in
suck
bed.
so bad.
Oh.
Dude, the what do you call those, Nature Valley?
The
Is that what it's
crunchy
called?
ones.
Who likes
Oh,
those?
I like them.
Who likes those?
I like 'em.
Why?
Because they are
Dude,
crunchy,
You are,
but they're sweet. They have they fill you
I
up.
could go in the woods and get pebbles and put them in my mouth,
Tree bark.
and it would be the same thing. Literally.
No, I mean they're good, but they're better snacks. Wait, I'm with you on the crumbs. Sometimes
Okay.
I'll be eating in bed. You just lay down, think you're comfy, and just feel the scratching. And
God,
and you
dude,
look, there's
gotta
nothing
freaking
there.
Fight night your bed, like
Yes.
But I think that the thing is, though, I do eat in bed. I do.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I hate the crumbs. So
Yeah.
I have to find like a balance between that, I think.
yeah. So I wanted to get this off my chest about the pet peeve. So me and Brandon, we literally go everywhere with each other, and it so happened that we both have curly hair, and I hate this so much.
Oh yeah.
We'll be in public, and some people will be so certain that we're twins. They'll be like, "Are y'all twins?" And they'll just come
yeah.
up to us. It happened to us like 10 times.
It wasn't as bad, but it was. I think it
Like,
got
people-
to that
I'm
level when
telling
we
you,
went to Chipotle.
It's not even that they like
Nah.
it's like that they're certain that we're twins. So
Yeah.
like, "Oh, so which one came out first or something like that?
Yeah,
And we're
we,
like,
went to Chipotle, and we were sitting down after a shoot actually, and ate, and we both just like had our hair like this. We did it, had like nice clothes on, shorts, t-shirt, looked the same, had like the same shoes on, and like an old lady walks past, and we're eating. All of a sudden, she like comes back into like
"Oh
our
my
viewpoint.
God."
She's like, "There's no way y'all aren't twins." Like, nope, like not
And they
even
can- and
related.
they act surprised.
And
bro.
then we was like,
They
"Nope,
don't
keep
even look
eating."
like
She's
each
just
other.
staring. It's,
Yeah.
God.
But, nah. I mean, you could ask, but like you can't be certain about it. It's a little. Ugh.
Do you guys think you look alike at all?
It's
The
really.
hair.
I mean,
That
I
might
have
be
better
the
hair
hair.
than him, but like in terms of skin color, like we look.
You don't. We're not gonna bring this up. It's
Yeah.
gonna turn like an hour long
Who
discussion.
do you think has the best hair? You leave a comment below.
Leave a comment.
and we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we'll just get into the good stuff. So I guess you can start out by like just telling us where you're from, and we can go from there.
Yeah. I mean, my name is Stephanie. I'm 22, and I am from Denmark. I grew up there, and I went to school there for the majority of my time in school.
Mhm.
And then I started shooting when I was around 11 years old. And it was mostly just for fun in the beginning. It was actually an activity at school, kind of like any other activity, I guess. And I tried some other sports like soccer, gymnastics, but nothing really like spoke to me. in the
So
same way.
y'all had like shootings like an elective.
Yes. As like, I guess it was more like a
Wow.
1-day activity actually, and then you could kind of sign
Like
up
a
for it
PE
again if you
class?
wanted to. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So this
okay,
is for
okay.
like, oh hey, here's this, and let's see if
Yeah.
you like that.
Like a 1-day thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Was y'all's school like, I guess, big in terms of how many students were there?
No, it was quite a small school, I'd say. But
Mhm.
other schools also got the same opportunity to go, and then it kind of turned into this like competition against other schools.
Oh wow.
And I think, yeah, it just kind of spoke to me in a different way than any
Mm-hmm.
other sport had before.
Mhm. So, like with rifling, like how I guess did you come to like think that, man, I really love doing this?
I've gotten that question before, and I really think that it's because it's an individual sport. It's very grounded. You're in your bubble a lot of the time.
Mhm.
You're not dependent on anyone else. You're really just there with yourself on the line, and no one is like distracting you.
Mhm.
And it's not a team sport in the same way. So
Mhm.
I really like that about the sport.
Mhm.
But don't you also compete with like, because you have teammates? Don't you also
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
combined scores and stuff?
Yeah, so now going into college, I'm obviously on a team, so it makes it a team sport in that sense, but still we compete individually against each other.
Mhm.
So I think, and when we shoot overseas or internationally, it's also individual. So that's what I like.
Gotcha.
So what was life like in Denmark, I guess, growing up? Because again, like I think I've said this before with him, like I couldn't imagine, it being so different. But when he told his story, I was like, wow. So I guess what was that experience like?
Well,
And to you, it's. I mean, I guess it's an experience, but like it's just you're just living.
yeah, I mean, it was just everyday life. I think Denmark is a very, very small country. I think Texas is like 6 times bigger than
Oh
my
my
whole country. But I actually think that Denmark and Germany are quite similar.
Yeah.
We share a border for one, but
Uh-huh.
also just people are friendly, but also kind of keep to themselves. Very social, very like a modern country, I'd say.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a really good place to grow up.
So my mom's gonna hate me if I get this wrong because I had to learn this. Is Amsterdam in Denmark or is it
No.
Netherlands?
It's in Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My bad. Geography's bad.
I have a
Rusty.
question. What
Yeah.
is the capital of Denmark?
I can tell you. He'd probably know. He knows a lot about.
Is it
I don't want to say where because I'm not sure where it's at.
Stockholm?
No, but that's actually close. It's in Sweden.
Stockholm is in Sweden.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I think you'll know when I say it.
I probably will.
You'll say it?
Yeah.
Copenhagen.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
Copenhagen.
Wow.
I have to
Yeah.
learn all this stuff.
Yeah.
I memorized it.
Well, like
That's
I said, it's a
embarrassing.
really small country. It's
Mhm.
like people they don't even know how to pinpoint on a map.
Yeah. Does that like give you some sort of pride? Since you moved over here.
I think so, yeah. I try to still bring my own like cultural experiences with me and share them with my friends and the people that I meet. It's difficult sometimes because being Texan is very like
Like
with a
in your
lot of
face.
passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, in your face.
Uh-huh.
Don't you also have a Texas tattoo?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she showed it to our professor. See,
Oh
like,
my-
we were walking out of class, and our professor, what's his name?
Yeah, Dr. Whitworth.
Dr. Whitworth. He was like, "Yeah, Texas tattoo." Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I was honestly a little bit embarrassed that he even saw it. I didn't intend for him to see it, but he did, and he was like, "Stephanie,
Oh
what is
wow. So before I ask about tattoo, I guess culturally, like what things I guess are of Denmark, like I guess food and I
Yeah.
guess customs and all that stuff. So what is it?
that?" We're really big on a couple of sports, like soccer. It's
Mm.
very big in Europe, and we have a pretty good team. And then we also invented our own sport called handball, which is like Danes go crazy when it's handball season.
I played that in
It's
elementary.
a German sport as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's hard to explain.
It's like
Handball
a mix.
sounds like the simplest thing ever.
Yeah, well, it's like a mix between like I'd say like indoor soccer. It's like on an indoor soccer court, and then you really just throw it with your hands into a goal. It's quite
like
physical as well.
there's like a boundary that you can't step over
It's
towards
physical?
the goal.
Yeah, it's
it's
pretty
like-
physical.
You get like what 2 or 3 steps,
So it's
Yeah.
like so it can you have 2 or 3 steps of you holding the ball.
and
Yeah.
that you can they have
then
to
you
throw
You
it
just
past
launch
it.
it.
And they have like weird like sticky stuff that you like to grip the ball to spin it. I watched it and I couldn't do it.
Wow.
It's a really good sport. So we take a lot of pride in that, and we actually won the Olympics in handball.
They have it in the wow.
Yeah.
I need to look at that because I'm actually very interested. Someone brought it up to me and I was like, "What is that?" I don't know why I didn't take the time to look it up, but it sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's
But,
a fun sport.
What foods, I guess, is like something that you're like, oh my gosh, I need. What is yours? What is the sandwich called? The German?
Oh, Döner.
Döner.
Have you heard of it?
Dana, yeah.
Yes,
I know
yeah.
Dana. That's
that
really
stuff.
good. Yeah, that is good
Told
stuff.
you.
I think what I miss the most over here, I'm a big bread person. I
Mhm.
love bread. And we have this special sort of bread called rye bread. You might also have it in Germany.
They don't have it here.
They don't. It's so sad.
Oh,
and I don't
Bro,
understand.
Americans
Americans
are
are
bread
they're
game up.
missing out.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just
So I
step your
miss
bread
that.
game up.
Yeah.
So rye bread is like something
Yeah.
that's like
Rye bread.
in there, like
It has a lot of
meals.
grain. It's like it's a dark bread with a lot of grain in it, and it's just very healthy, and it just
Yeah.
fills you up
Yeah,
in a different
I
way
feel
than
like-
bread over here.
Yeah, because it's not soft at all.
Mm.
It's like very dense. You wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't like it.
No.
I think
was the
I feel
bread
like a
that-
lot of Americans wouldn't.
No.
Wait, it's just bread. There's
No,
way
if you bend it like this, it breaks.
Oh, it's
But
hard.
it's not crunchy, but it's like just dense.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
What
a
do you
bunch
eat it with?
anything. I'll put butter, cheese, something like
That
Yeah.
sounds
so-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good.
Wow. All right, so let's get on to this Texas tattoo. So you were over here saying that Texans are all on your face, and you have a Texas tattoo. So what is that about?
Well, so I was asked before, like, what made you get it? Like, why'd you want to get it? And I thought to myself, well, it really just was a couple of beers. That's how I.
Oh,
And it was just
classic.
someone. I think
There
I
we
was just
go.
out with some friends one night, and someone threw out like, "Let's get a tattoo. Why not?"
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought to myself, what would I want a tattoo of? And just I think Texas made a big impression on me.
There
and
we
I will
go.
be living here for 5 years once I'm done.
Mhm.
So I like the atmosphere. I love Texas. It's just good. And then I decided to get it.
Yeah. So you're like, woo, Texas. Yeah.
When I came home and I showed it to my family, they just shook their
Oh,
head.
freaked.
man.
They're like, no.
Oh
But
my
it's
gosh.
okay.
Yeah. So I guess on the topic of rifling, because I'm sure you have some questions on it too.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, you grew up, in school, and that's when you're introduced to it. So what was that journey from, I guess, elementary, and then I guess to high school, and then I guess we can go from there.
Yeah. So I think I started kind of getting more into it when I was about 14. So in 2014, I had better coaches. I got like into a club that really focused on training athletes in a good way. And so that's when I think I took it more seriously. And really from 2014 to 2016, a lot happened. I got on the junior national team. I really started to like take practice seriously. And I figured that like I really wanted to do this and I wanted to do good. And so, yeah, I just think practice was an environment also was like a big deal for me really early on. And then you mentioned high school, and I did move abroad for high school. In 2016, I moved away from home, away from my family and my friends, and I started just a completely different life in Norway. I moved to Norway, and I lived there for high school and did rifle and school.
Was that like tough for you, I guess, leaving your family?
It was tough. I mean, I was only 16 and I had to
Yeah.
move away from home, and we didn't live together. We had our own like apartment.
Mhm.
So I lived by myself. I had to get up in the morning, do my own laundry, my own cooking.
At 16?
Oh,
At
man.
16, yeah.
Crazy.
So I think it really matured me in an early age,
Mhm.
and it definitely made me more independent as a person and as an athlete.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate it looking
Yeah.
back now, but it was scary for sure.
I'm sure, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Arlington, which is, I know you said you don't really know like locations, but it's like 20 minutes away from here. And that's where I went to school, high school. And one reason why, I chose to come here was because it was close to home. I could be close to family. And when I got here, I was still going through it. Like, it was hard for me. It was just 20 minutes down the street. So I can only imagine, what it was like for you. But it's helped me grow. But at the end of the day, like, I look back, I'm like, man, I kind of struggled, like, going through, making that transition,
Yeah.
I think it's tough on everyone.
Yeah.
People that are so used to being home and close to their families and then just moving away, even if it's just 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just see your mom every day like you're used to, It's difficult.
So I guess when for you did you know, like, I'm really good at what I do? And I know you can play, be humble about it, because I'm sure, you
Yeah,
are.
you like this. You were like what, first team All-American, like almost
Yeah.
everything last season. I was like, golly. And like y'all was also national champions, all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll say 2018 was my year. I got selected actually on a wild card to go to the Youth Olympics in Buenos Aires in Argentina.
Oh.
And that was my first really, really big competition. And I actually ended up winning, which is a fun story to tell because I didn't actually, at first I didn't get selected, but then I got a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up leaving with a gold medal with the Olympic rings on it. So that was like the start of my career.
So when you say wild card, so did you have to what's the word? Like make the competition or something like that?
So yeah, I shot a competition first and it didn't go so well. And then I went home and then my federation on behalf of me like applied for the wild card. And then that's how I got it because I had some good results in the bank. And so they could like apply on my behalf and that's when I got it.
So you're saying you didn't do too well at that, but you being a wild card, winning it all is like...
It's a good story to tell, and
Yeah.
it's probably my proudest moment so far, winning the Youth Olympics. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I guess like in terms of just rifling itself, because not a lot of people, I'm not, familiar with how I guess the event goes itself. How do things go about? Like, what are you shooting? What are you shooting at?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, I can give you a quick rundown. Here in college, we shoot two different disciplines. One is 10-meter air rifle, and the second one is 15 meters small bore event. And in air rifle, we shoot only standing, 60 shots in an hour and 15 minutes. And in small bore, we shoot 3 positions, kneeling, prone, and standing in an hour and 45 minutes, 20 shots each. And then the results from your air rifle and your small bore gets put together, and that's your individual score. And then that score gets put together with 3 other people on the team. And then that team score goes against the school that we're shooting against.
And this is all on the same day, right?
Yeah, all on the same day.
Okay. So how do you prepare, I guess, for doing that? Like,
I think our sport is very mental. Like a lot of stuff happens in your head, and you have to be calm and collected. So we do spend a lot of time on, like I have a mental coach at home.
oh,
Helps
wow.
me, yeah. And so it's a lot about like visualizing what you're about to do, being calm. I usually listen to music to prepare. I'm sure you guys do some of the same stuff.
Yeah.
And just like getting ready, like running over in your head what you're about to do, and then just going in there full focus.
I feel like that's such an nobody really talks about how mentally prepared you have to be for sports. And I'm like, the way you just explained it right now, like for football, we kind of just like go out there and like bang our heads and like, we gotta do this. But I'm sure if everybody like had that same approach, that a lot of things would slow down, for us. So that's really cool that you brought that up. But so for you, I know you have a lot of accolades and stuff. I guess what was that? How did you take that? So like your first, I guess, accolade, like were you like, whoa, like this could be something that I could be really good at?
Yeah, I think I definitely wanted more. Like I won one time, I wanted more.
I love hearing that.
It was just
man.
a feeling.
Gosh.
There's this one photo of me.
satisfied.
I just won the Olympics or the Youth Olympics, and I won the final, and it was a surprise to me. I had not seen it coming at all. And I lift my gun up over my head, and I'm screaming, and I have a fist in the other hand.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect photo. And I think in that moment, it's like I want more of that. That feeling was awesome. Yeah, for sure. Like that really made me be like, I want more of this.
Okay, so I have another question. So moving over to, I guess, the United States, how did you adjust to that? Like, was it as different as moving to Sweden? Was it
Norway?
Norway.
Yeah, close. Yep. I think the fact that I had moved away from home one time before made it a bit easier to adjust to moving away again. But it's further away. There's a 7-hour time difference as it was with you. That's difficult. I mean, I can't just call my mom in the evening because she's asleep. And so that kind of took some adjusting. And then obviously the culture shock of moving to not just America, but a southern state.
Dude, we're scary people, dude. Gosh.
Yeah.
Did you have to make like a separate schedule? Because I know I had to. Like I had my American schedule, or like talk to my friends, my family.
Right.
Then I also had like one with my friends like in Germany and my mom. So was it like? Because I remember I used to set like alarms because I used to get tired and like come home from school. It's like hard to keep track.
Right.
I got an alarm. Oh, gotta call my mom.
Right.
It's like midnight there and she's just waking up and we talk for like 30 minutes. So it's like something that you set up like to kind of stay in touch with people over there?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I think for the first half of my day, I can usually talk to my family, but that's also usually when I'm most the busiest. So it takes really some planning and prioritizing to make it work. But I think I'd usually call my family in the morning, and then I go about my day, and then at like 3 or 4 p.m. they go to bed, and then I have my evening to myself, which is also kind of nice.
Yeah.
That my phone is not buzzing all the time, and I can spend time with my friends and family here, or friends mostly,
friends,
not really family, but yeah.
So I guess you're going into your senior year. So what are some goals that you have for yourself? Not, it doesn't have to be with I guess sports, but just I guess yourself personal goals.
Ooh, that's a good one. I always get asked about my like career goals or sports or something. I think really looking back over the last 3 years, I've matured a lot as a person, and I want to keep working on that. And I have this like one goal or like idea about some social media. I want to downplay it a little bit. I think spend more time in the present. I think maybe finding some hobbies or something that don't have anything to do with either school or rifle or friends. So something I can do on my own. I really like the idea of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a twin. Actually, you guys were talking about twins before.
What?
I do have a twin.
I
And
did not know that.
fun fact, I have a twin, and my younger brother and sibling are also twins. 2 sets of twins.
Oh my god!
No, I think you did mention that. Yeah.
What are the chances of that?
I know. We were 4 babies at the
wow.
same time.
Okay, yeah. So what are their names?
My sister's name is Natalie. My brother's name is Christopher, and my younger sibling's name is Charlie.
Charlie.
And they also have a younger brother named Daniel.
They're still in Denmark.
They're all at home. Yeah. Yeah.
How old are they? Younger?
They are 20.
Oh, yeah. How old are they?
22.
Okay, so
They
yeah,
are
younger
a
than
year.
them.
I'm a year and 10 months older than them.
So growing up, did y'all like have that? Are you the only one that's into like rifling? I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Are they into sports at all?
Not really. They used to be a little bit like some soccer, some gymnastics and stuff, but now they focus more on like career or work.
So for being a twin, I know that because we have a friend who is a twin, Antonio, and they are like this, like it's
Right.
insane.
Yeah.
So I know there had to be at some point in your life where you had to make that dedication towards what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So was that tough for you and like I guess your sister?
Yeah, it
No.
was. I think actually, it's funny you should bring it up because I've always been close to my siblings because we're close in age, we live together, all this stuff, but not like close. But now we've all kind of grown up, and most of us are we've moved out and started our own lives in a way, and now we're super close. I talk to my sister all the time, and she was actually just on like a hike with my brother the other day, and they were talking about how mean we were to him when we were younger because like when we were growing up, we were the four of us, so 3 girls and 1 guy.
Oh, dude, I'm
And-
sure y'all's
oh my God,
childhood
I'm
was
telling you,
amazing, dude.
We were so not nice to him.
It's always the older sisters,
But
man.
I
Always.
feel so bad also. But I think just like us having that time in our lives and we can talk about it now, it's just brought us really close. I think definitely we're closer now than we've ever been before.
And that's funny that you bring that up because I feel like the icebreaker we brought up the future. Would you rather see the future or relive the past? And that's a couple other things that you brought up. But this is one of my last questions. I guess after rifling, how does one go more into the sport? Do you prepare for an Olympic team?
Yeah.
And you don't have to bring this up, but what do you plan on doing?
Yeah. I was very close to making the Olympic team last year.
Wow.
But I didn't, it was hard on me, but it also made me like look into the future and set a new goal for myself. And so Olympics is my new goals in 2024 in Paris, just down the road from us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like my big sporting goal. You can't really live off of shooting, like it doesn't pay enough. So that's why I'm also prioritizing my education and getting education here at college. So I think in the future, I'll still shoot, but more like maybe more hobby or fun, and then also prioritizing education and work.
Do you have any passion, I guess, to be a coach? I mean, you've learned a lot, and I know for me, like I've learned so much, like from I guess leaving high school into college. I know I can teach some stuff, but I love doing it too. But I don't know, like that whole career path would be for me. But so, do you have something like that?
I did think like because I keep being asked, are you going to stay in the States? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I like it more and more. What if I could, do like an assistant job or something at a
Mm-hmm.
school, kind of like my assistant coach is for me now. So I have thought about it, but I don't know yet. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
That's good. And then with the Olympic sports, how do you prepare for that? Because it's every 4 years. How do you? Is it like do you have to make a team? Like, do you have tryouts or?
Yeah, it's different from every country. So we have a bunch of competition coming up. We have Europeans in September, World Championships in October that I'm leaving for, and then you can get quota places for the country, and then they kind of just evaluate you throughout like the next season up until the Olympics, and then in the end, it's our bosses who decide who gets to go. So it's really like you try to make the best impression and perform as well as you can now, and then cross your fingers.
Dude, I need to. I haven't been to a rifle match, and it's a shame that I say that because I really want to support, all the people.
You
know,
guys
that we
can
have
come
in
to
that
a
I
whole
know.
match.
That's
You
what I
should
was just
totally
saying.
come.
I wanted to make to make like for us at least go to like every sporting event that we have.
Yeah, we should.
It's a really good goal.
Because a bunch of our other sports are very successful.
Yeah.
And I just saw you posted that y'all have one coming up like pretty soon here, right?
When
Yeah.
is y'all call them meets?
We call them competitions or matches.
Matches.
Yeah.
When's y'all's?
So we start a season in September, and then we have our first home match in November.
Okay.
So you guys should
So
totally
we
try to
are
come to that.
definitely gonna go
Got
to
to.
that. And I guess with that being said, now we can start wrapping up. So, Brandon, what is the German word of the day?
Well, German word today, fun, Spaß. So I'm trying to say it.
Spaß.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
SPA and then S-set. It's like a B with a tail. It's weird.
Is
Yeah.
it a double S, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what it-
basically double S, but you like drag it.
And why did you choose this word, Brandon?
In fall camp, having a lot of fun. Football season about to come up. Other sports, rifling. So about to be a lot of fun going on here.
Yeah. What about you? How do you say it? Okay, so the same word. It's
Yeah, I
gonna be
was
the
about
same
to
word,
say.
fun. So how do you say it in
we say show, and you spell it SJOV.
SJ Shove.
Show.
So you don't emphasize the V.
Not really. It's just like show. It's more like a sound.
Okay, if you were to spell it like in English, how would you say it? Like SSHO, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Show.
Yeah,
Show.
show. Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's time. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and be sure to check out next week for our next episode. Appreciate y'all for
out.
tuning in. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.